Taurus, welcome to your reading. I wanted to do another reading for you because I wasn't too happy with the previous reading in regards to these are your messages, and then I'm going to take a nap. Okay. Um, because I've been up the first 2 hours. I've been trying to go live on YouTube. Unfortunately, I was not successful, and so I had to download a streaming application to be able to go live for you, Taurus. But like I said, I was not too fond or happy with your previous session, so I'm going to go ahead and do an additional. This is not a bonus, Taurus. I need you to understand that this is not a bonus reading. This is just me serving you and showing up for you because a lot of Taurus in the collective are not going through what that session presented. Okay. So I want to see what other messages comes out. All right, Most High, thank you so much for blessing me with the intuition as an intuitive reader. Allow this session to bring clarity, confirmation, understanding for Taurus. Thank you. All right, what is the situation regarding Taurus? I feel like I threw it. You're avoiding. What's coming in, you're trying to avoid it. And this makes sense. You see the ship coming in, right? You know about this abandoned ship. Remember that previous spread, and I don't want to bring that energy, but it is confirming that karmic. Last Friday, you met up with the karmic, and this karmic is coming back around, and you're aware that they have something over your head, Taurus. That's what I see in this abandoned ship. They're bluffing. Remember I told you God will persevere over everything because transformation clarified karmic, meaning God had more control over the situation if you go under redemption. If you surrender with redemption, because this karmic that you were dealing with last Friday, they're hurting just like you are. And so the reason why they have something over your head or they're trying to get you to pay up with something is because you're their last resource. You owe this person. Taurus, I'm getting that you're able to identify where the bag is. Unfortunately, it feels like if you're betting on this situation, all bets off. The reason why is because you know how you know those moments where you know that you're gonna win a bet because you orchestrated it for you to win. Unfortunately, someone is a sellout. Whoever's part of your team, Taurus. All right, they have the cut. They took the cut instead of going through the whole process. This ship is a setup. Okay, what's the situation for Taurus? And what do I mean by setup? Basically, the closest one to you took the cut. Okay, you ain't gonna be able to find them. They're nowhere to be found. All right, and this is the person who had envy. They didn't want you. Whatever was supposed to be on that ship, they didn't want you to have it, so they took it. And you may be looking for the taketh. That's what we'll call that person, the taketh. They took it. There's no change in that, it's gone. And whoever this is, this envy person, they are avoiding you, Taurus. All right. They believe me, they know you're looking. Maybe see that energy is coming into this read too, regard to the phone call. For those of you Tauruses in the collective, just because you can't see, I hate foggy season. All right, foggy season is the most time where most deaths occur. People come up missing. People end up under ice, under the water. You can't see in the fog. A lot of things happen in the fog. Okay. The challenge is not showing that you're angry because this doesn't play out the way you thought it was. All bets are off. All right. The outcome, there's no running away from this anger here, Taurus. You can use your anger, the outcome, to destroy, or you can use this anger to go under transformation. And that transformation is you going under redemption to God. There is something that you have to promise. There is something you have to give up. The bottom of the deck is trauma. Unfortunately, whatever it is, whatever trauma that you have built up to this point, Taurus, you like it. You feed off that trauma. And I'm not making fun of you. I'm not being comical. I'm not blasting you out. Whatever you experience from your childhood up to this point, when it's building onto your trauma, you like it because it gives you that fuel and this anger to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. So you like to operate with anger, whether you want to accept it or not. And it feels like, since now that I see that, it really feels like it feels like you're going to find the person who duped you. You're going to be able to reel them back in, and you're going to clean your slate. All right. You're capturing the person that betrays you. You're saying, hey, you know what? I don't care about, what transpired. I need to get this bag, right? I need to get the bag. And I'm going to let you get some of the bag too, right? This person is going to fall for it. They're going to fall for it. Clarify this avoidance, whoever this is. You're being asked to leave this alone, Taurus. You see this light coming through here? It's not fire. Actually, that's your anger. I remember your healing message was the comic in reverse. And I had channeled for you to keep your candles where they need to be. Don't bring them out. You have fear here. Whoever this is, I don't know what's going on in their life. They didn't, but the envy's here. Clarify envy with fear. Deceit. This person played you from day one. I don't know who this is. This is somebody that you've known a long time. I don't know if this is family or someone you deem as a friend. It can't be a colleague or a constituent or an associate, because not with this degree of what this is. It has to be a family member or a friend that you truly trust. And whenever you're winning, right, it lights up envy in your friend. Both of you deceive each other. What is the outcome of this anger? Attachment in reverse. Taurus, you're being asked to not retaliate. Because this is a moth. This is a moth. Taurus, you're a moth turning. You're in transformation right now. Your old ways are passing. And you don't want to miss the call, Taurus. And when I say call, do you know how to astral project, Taurus? That's a question I have for you. You don't have to tell me, but that's what I'm seeing here. With fear and avoidance and deceit, this compass. You know thyself, Taurus. This fire is coming from on the other side of the mountain. And I really feel like this avoidance is the same. You know what I see when it comes to a setup? That's what the deceit is. You and a family member or a close one, you're going to make it seem like they did you wrong, but in reality, it was orchestrated that way. So technically, you didn't lose out on a cut. You're making people think that this person stole from you, and they did not. Are you sure you want to go that route? Because someone's close to you that sees exactly what's going on. And in your previous session, it showed that you were going to get caught, whatever this is. But for the most part, when it comes to shame, embrace your flaws. They are a part of your unique story. And then you have this trauma, which I'm channeling is you like it. It's not like you don't like it. It's kind of like, oh, goodness gracious. I'm just going to say it. You know how whatever happened to you growing up that made you uncomfortable, you liked it. You didn't experience being taken advantage of. You liked it. But when you tell the story, you make it seem like it's trauma. That's how you reel people in with the deception. You have a lot of devil energy inside of you, Taurus. Rejection. And here's the shame right here. Yeah, that's what your previous spread was about. What God do you serve? Give me a shadow energy. I don't know why this is coming back in here. The Tower. All right. I'm going to say this and then I'm going to pull some other spreads because I really don't like this energy. But I'm just going to be honest with you. I will never lie to you, Taurus. I will never try to pump you up. I would never create false information. I will never compare my life. Well, I do give examples, but I would never give you a false storyline. What I see here, there's an abrupt tower moment that comes out of nowhere, and this is all operating from the energy that you fuel off of. So it'll feel more of an adrenaline, more excitement. You like it. You like this. Okay. I'll just make that very clear. And it just feels like having to bow down to, oh gosh, I have grease in my hair and I kept scratching my head. It feels like, I'm gonna just say it. I'm talking to a Taurus who you're not an atheist, but you are a Satanist. I'm talking to a Taurus where you believe in Satan. You serve Satan. And you're going to be forced to bow down to the Most High. Most High is going to teach you a lesson. If you want to get out of whatever this situation is, the Most High is going to say, yep, ask me for my forgiveness. This is not, you know how the devil says, bow down to me? No, God's not telling you to bow down. God is how do you say it? God is positioning you, Taurus, where you have the option to summons redemption to man or summons redemption to God. If you summon redemption to God, you have not only asked for God's forgiveness, but you have to give something up. If you decide to serve men and operate in redemption, you lose. But technically you don't, because what it is you have to sacrifice, you like it. That's the truth. Now I want to get out of this energy because I don't like it here. I don't like this dark space. You see how there's this light here? And this is not even giving me a glass house. This is giving me what happens in the house. So God is saying, whatever happens or happened in the house, that's what's going to be exposed. And in the previous spread, I saw jail time. I saw all kind of stuff. It came back into this session as much as, and I said, Taurus, I'm coming on here because I didn't like the previous spread, but unfortunately, it came through again. Let me use a different deck. What messages do you have for Taurus? What messages? Did we even pray? Whew. Most High, thank you so much for blessing me with the gift of intuition as intuitive reader. Allow this reading to bring clarity, confirmation, understanding for Taurus. I thought I did. I really did. What does Taurus need to know at this time? Thank you. Memories. See, I told you, whatever transpired in the past from your childhood up to this point, you liked it. It's not torture. It was never trauma. But when you tell your story, that's the deception. I don't know what in the sex magic you were taught, but that's your business. Because I see sex magic here. And this is a cult. I don't see this being like friends getting together and having orgies. No. This has to do with ranking and being, this is a whole nother ball game. I don't like this energy, Taurus. Let me see what else comes out. I refuse to tap into that. I don't want to know nothing about no occult stuff at all, period. All right. What are the messages you have for Taurus? Magnifying glass. Something is being held over your head, Taurus. There's no running away from it. What was overlooked is going to resurface. What else? Forbidden. See, I can't go any further. Whatever, what is deemed as forbidden, you like it, and what people overlooked is coming. That's why I said in your other session, what did we title it? I can't remember. What was the channel title? I'm going to tell you right now, Taurus. I didn't title it anything. I just put Taurus, these are your messages, because I was debating if I wanted to delete it, but the fact that my page is catered to adults and adults only, I left it up there for you so that I'm lost for words. I'm really uncomfortable, just to be honest with you, because I have no problem with divine showing me things, but sometimes that's one thing about being a seer, is that when divine shows you something, you don't not unsee it, you know. And let's see what else comes up. frozen, not speaking, stonewalled, not taking any action. Okay. Completely done. You're getting kicked out of a cult, Taurus. The bottom of the deck. Because you wanted to do it your way. Clarify ego, please. Dating. That was the rule. In this cult, outside of the rituals that you guys do, you guys are not allowed to have any engagements outside of your meetings or whatever it is you do. I don't know. And you were ooh, Taurus. Tell me about this frozen. Tell me about this frozen. I'm just reading the card. Soulmates. This is dark. Who you deem as your soulmate, your little secret, it's going to be exposed. Whatever this is, it's going to be exposed. And I don't know, Taurus, if you're going to run away and not return. What is Taurus going to do with this completely done as a situation? See, it says moving. The bottom of the deck is conflict. There's the ship, but this ship has a sail. And the fact, what deck did we use? It was this one. Let me show you this ship. This ship didn't have a sail. This ship looked abandoned. Here it is. It looked. I'm going to be honest. I'm talking to a Taurus that you serve Satan, and it looks like you're being you will be forced to acknowledge the Most High, and the Most High will get you out of this storm. Any other messages for Taurus, please? What other messages do you have for my Taurus? That was a ride right there. That definitely was a ride. Oh, fear. Tell me about this fear. Judgment, Libra. Thank you. Abundance and honesty. I told you. Somebody gets over on somebody. It's your turn to do what's right, Taurus. Even if you were to blame, name blame, or out someone, the blame will come back to you. So when it comes to this fear, the fear card is kind of like the Fool's card, Taurus. All right? Taking that leap of faith. Okay? Not running away from this legality. Not running away from what's going to be uncovered and brought to the public. When it comes to bribery, for some of you Tauruses, that's why you're going to court, because someone paid someone hush money. Peace. I'm talking to a stubborn Taurus where God is saying, just give it to me. And the Taurus is saying, no. in the battle, in battle with the Most High, regret and acceptance. Again, being forced to surrender to the Most High. I don't care what your belief system is. The Most High is coming in and saying, even if you choose not to serve the Most High is just positioning you to acknowledge that He is God. All that is. And I'm not biased. I'm just delivering a message. When it comes to judgment, whatever legality this is, something about a come up. It says, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenge. And your challenge and path at this time, it's like I'm talking to a Taurus that's trying to go head to head with God. You better stop doing that, because it looks like divine is giving you an opportunity to go under redemption instead of going under it. Okay, I see two options here. I see Taurus, where a Taurus has the option to go under redemption under God. And then I see a Taurus refusing to ask God to forgive them, right? And go through redemption. I see a Taurus saying, Mahat. I will allow Mahat to judge my heart. And Taurus, do you not remember your spread? You had anger, trauma, all these things that you like, that is connected to uh, uh, dark sorcery. So why are you deceiving yourself, thinking that Mahat is going to why do you think your heart is light than a feather? I get it if you're saying, you lived your truth, but you did not. Everything is hidden coming into the open. Living your truth means nothing was never hidden. So as a pre-warning, you can recover now, Taurus. I would not I am asking you not to put yourself in a position where you allow Libra's energy, Mahat's energy to put your heart on the scales. Because I promise you, your heart is heavy. It's not light. And this heaviness doesn't come off of grief or disappointment or the anger, because the anger was of liking. The heart that I'm talking of, that a Taurus has, they enjoy pain. They enjoy hurting people. And I'm not saying in a sense of like a DV, and it could be though. All I'm asking you is, maybe you're not ready to ask God for forgiveness. That's your business. But I would never ask you, based off of the spreads that came out in this spread and in the previous session, do not allow Mahat to judge your heart, because it's heavy. It ain't light. And that's why I said, Taurus, do you astral project? That's it. I don't want you to be confined in this world. I don't want you to be confined in this world where you'll be walking around the world living every day but in spirit form. You know how they say that some people who expire, their souls are trapped. Your soul won't be trapped. You'll be living eternal life as if it's still normally happening, but you'll be in spirit, not flesh. And everything that you found as enjoyment, that's punishment. I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news. What is the punishment? What does that say? Escape? I'll bring it closer. Because I don't play about my gifts, Taurus. Nor do I ever allow my gifts to mock or let it get beside myself. When I come on and go live, it's because I'm guided to do it. I don't just come on here just to press record and talk. I do other projects where I can do that and talk all day. This is about your life. And I don't want your blood on my hands. I don't play about my gifts. I promised God that I would show up. I accepted my assignment. The darkness that you enjoy here now in the 3D, it will not be enjoyable if you decide to allow my heart to weigh your heart on the scales. I don't understand why it's so hard for you to ask God to forgive you for your sins. Oh, I forgot, because you're a Satanist. And that's your business. The God you serve is the God you serve. That's your business. You serve Satan. And I think his name is something else. I think when people say Satan, I think that's for the kids. You know what I mean? Anything else for Taurus, please? I just want to move on. Let me give you what is the transformation message for that spread for Taurus, please? Too many confirmations came out. I don't need to prove myself to you, Taurus. Okay? And I'm overly extending myself because of the empathy. You know, I stepped away. I prayed. I rejoiced. And I'm talking about, you know, I sung some Christian songs, and, you know, I kind of just, I had to walk away from your previous spread. I had things that I had to take care of. And then as I got closer back to home, I said, okay, Divine, I'll go ahead and I will do another round for Taurus. And I was so confident that that energy was not going to come in this session. And it did. Have fun. And you like it. You have to heal your inner child, Taurus. Whatever happened to you growing up, I understand you liked it, but you have to heal. You gotta heal. It says have fun. The bottom of the deck transformation message is stand your ground. If you're innocent, you're innocent, Taurus. Let's just get straight to the point. Your direct transformation message means whatever transpired in your past, you don't do it anymore. And unfortunately, your past has come back around and you're being accused of something. And it's saying stand your ground if you didn't do anything. All right. You are needing nurturement at this time. If your mother passed away, your mother is trying to communicate with you that they apologize for allowing certain things to happen to you as a child. Clarify, please. You were taught to enjoy being taken advantage of. humor. Yep. Balance. Freedom. I don't know. I feel like someone has mental issues. And I'm relationships. Just how you have relationships in the satanic world, you will have good relationships in the godly world. I'm just going to say this, Taurus. Who do you serve? And whoever you choose to serve them until the wheels fall off. I'm just telling you that there is going to be a moment, because the divine is telling you to stop doing something. And divine is going to position you to where you have to. That's why something is being exposed. Split in the deck, overall transformation. It's your nature because you were trained to be this way. So it's normal to you. But if this is normal, why is it hidden is the question. And I'm getting upset now. Let go. You need to let go of the nature that you have. But it's hard with this inspired passion because you like it. And I'm done with it. I'm done. It doesn't matter. This is transformation, direct transformation messages, and I can't even read the direct messages because a whole nother message is coming through. What message does angels have for Taurus? All I can say is, God, I give it to you. Taurus, I don't mind praying. But unfortunately, this is out of my hands. I pray that God gives you clarity. I pray that the decision that you make is of good. And that's why I don't want to put myself in a situation where I'm praying, because if I say of good, your good is not my definition of my good. So that's like me saying, yeah, Taurus, I'm telling you to keep doing what you're doing. And I'm telling you, I'm reading you your spread. I can't give you my advice. Because you could say, SGL said do this. No, these are the messages that came out. You could either surrender to God or continue to surrender to the God you serve. Pertaining to your angels, you have the Knight of Waters. See, you're in a. I'm talking to a Taurus who practice Satanism. You're an adult, but you have a mind of a 5-year-old. Between 5 and 12. Do you see this card? I don't know why you looking for this is tell. Are you willing to lose it all to search for a new prospect, Taurus? Because I'm about to get out of this, because I'm starting to get upset, and I don't never get upset. So obviously you're not learning your lesson because your belief system is different. So if I'm upset, Taurus, whatever surfaces where everyone's going to know, they're going to be upset too. And I don't see you giving a damn. It's whatever you want to do, but the Knight is the lowest one in ranking. You're willing to lose it all just to fulfill your desire. Look at that. The Ace of Swords. I mean, the Ace of Airs. A child with a sword. And the angel in the back. All you got to do is communicate to Divine and say, Divine, I know that my desire is not of your liking. Get this taste from me. Get this desire, remove it. And I believe that Divine can. Okay? I'm a true believer. I'm not recruiting you at all. I'm just saying that whatever. Oh. 6 of Fire. You met your match. I'm just going to tell you that. Whoever's taking a Taurus to court, you met your match. And what you don't know is the previous ones after them, that was all orchestrated. So there is a big case against you, Taurus. You might want to watch the previous session that I have. It's still up. It's titled the same thing. So there's no need for me to change. I'm just going to keep it. These are your messages. I've never had the reading like this. I've had readings that made me uncomfortable. I've had readings where I literally pleaded and begged the person to hearken to the message. Go get professional help. Assured here. You need to be nurtured. Personality, yeah. You need to talk to someone that's not going to pass any judgment on you. And you know who that is? Divine. I don't know why it's a challenge for you to go under redemption. What does that say? Revelation? Yeah, I'm done. I'm over it. I'm so over it. I got other zodiac signs to do. What's the outcome? I don't know. I feel like it's God trying to teach me a lesson. Am I not doing my job? Am I not doing... the outcome. 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups says, this is so uncomfortable. The 7 of Cups says, Taurus, pay attention to your imagination in both the real world and in your dreams. Take action to ensure that your dreams become reality. Don't sit idle and expect things to manifest on their own. Evaluate options closely and wisely before making decisions to ensure the best outcome. You're looking for a new prospect, and you're being asked not to do so. Angel guide message for Taurus, please. Angel guide message for Taurus. Listen deeply. There's the redemption. No one's gonna listen. Your satanic friends, they're not going to bother you if you decide to give your life to God, especially if you're a Taurus that's living a double life. Have they done anything this far? No, because in their eyes, that's the ultimate. To pretend like you serve God, but you really serve Satan, that's the ultimate betrayal. That is the lake of fire. Listen deeply. Your message from your angel guide message. Your angel guide message is listen deeply, Taurus. I can't even focus. I think it's because I had that coffee. I drank some coffee. I had some leftover. When I got out of work, off of work, Taurus, I had drank the remaining of my coffee, which was really good. All right. The whispers of your inner voice are subtle, and it takes patience and willingness to hear them, Taurus. Often this voice can seem intensely honest and direct, but that's because it wants us to home in on the truth in order to grow. Often we don't like the truth the inner voice is giving us and refuse to listen, but all we are doing is blocking the guidance that is coming forward for us. The truth of the matter is that our inner voice is always working in our favor, and divine guidance is always loving and supportive. It will be direct and insightful, but won't make us feel low. If you are unsure what information is guidance and what is based on fear or ego, call on angels to help you, Taurus, hear and understand the information that's rising up within. You can also invite them to clear old messages so that you can have more space energetically for guidance that is relevant to the present moment. All right, Taurus. Let me go ahead and pull you power versus the force. I'm going to pull you 3 messages, and you can take it as a grain of salt, a grain of sugar. It's up to you. What is the power versus force message for Taurus? The first message for Taurus, please. To become more conscious is the greatest gift anyone could give the world. Moreover, in a riddle effect, the gift comes back to its source. God is going to forgive you. If you ask God forgiveness, God will forgive you. Taurus, you don't believe that God will forgive you. For the first time in history, man is now on safe ground for which to continue his upward march. And this promise, a new hope, comes noon to soon. So you will be sacrificing yourself, Taurus, if you choose to ask God for forgiveness. And it seems like you're going to give up your desires. Your second card, it says, if our lives are dedicated, for instance, to enhancing the welfare of others and everyone we contact, our lives can never lose meaning. Force can bring satisfaction, but only power brings joy. Force has transient goals. When those goals are reached, they remain the emptiness of meaningless. Power, on the other hand, motivates us endlessly. I don't understand this channel message. Give me one more. Force results in equal and opposite counterforce. All attacks, therefore, whether mental or physical, result in counterattack. Malice literally makes us sick. We are always the victims of our own spite. On the other hand, like love, laughter heals because it arises through viewing a small context from a larger and more exclusive one, which removes the observer from the victim posture. Every joke reminds us that our reality is transcendent beyond specific of events. So when you're ready, you'll be ready. Because I think you realize that the power that you think Satan gives you, it's not real. And the only way that it feels real, it has to be more than one. It has to be a few or more to allow that power force. Did you hear what I said? I didn't say power. I said power force to even be able to operate. No one who is satanic can operate. Even a high priestess has to have backup. Even a warlock has to. You cannot. You can start the process, but you can't finish it to make a power force move. Okay. To manipulate the 3D. That I channeled. So don't ask me what does that mean. I don't know. That was a message to you, a Taurus. So I'm exhausted. I'm not telling you this to make you feel bad. I'm telling you it's because I care. I'm being asked to do the traditional. And I think I'm so passionate about this for you, Taurus, is because I was raised in a church and I'm just now going back into church. And tarot is considered taboo. People think that people who do tarot are devil worshipers, and I don't worship the devil. And I'm not telling you that to, allow it to be a slap in the face. I'm telling you that I'm not against your belief system. I'm against the acts. That's what I'm against. And the fact that you don't even see that, you think it's okay. And even with the legalities, that are going on, you're looking for a new prospect. And that's the song that I heard. And when it all falls down. So you just gotta lose everything. It just has to be fully exposed for you to say, you know what, God, okay, you got me. Sure. Please, God, forgive me. Redeem me. One thing I didn't tell you, Taurus, is God divine. Let me tell you about the God that I serve. Okay. You see this 8 of Cups right here? Ain't nothing but the truth, the whole truth. So help me, God. And I ain't lying. God is a forgiving God. But God also, when you mock him, he has no problem of saying, depart from me, for I never knew you. And we're all children of God. So please don't think this is where, an abrupt tower happens and you're just like, okay, God, I surrender. And the Lord forbid God doesn't tell you that depart for who are you? Okay. So you got the 8 of Cups here. I'm in the hopes that you're getting ready to walk away from the 8 people of this cult that you're in. Okay. I understand that I understand that you want to be the next ranking up. It's your turn. It's your turn, right? But unfortunately, certain states are operating now as under God. There's this saying that in God we trust, and all of the history that's behind that doesn't align with God. And what they're not talking about, and I'm not political, I just want to share to you, there are certain states that is under authority under God, and that has been resurrected. So I hope this is you walking away from a practice and going on this journey that God is going to take you on. Tell me about this Eight of Cups. What you don't see. You're okay. You're willing to put in the work. The Four of Swords. All right, you're thinking about it. You're thinking about it. So it looks like you're not gonna. What it looks like is you're not gonna take a plea deal. You're gonna do your time, and in the meantime, while you're doing your time, while you have your one-on-one time with God, that's when you're gonna start your pathway with building a relationship with God, and that's the truth. There's no deception there. And the lie detector test said that you are telling the truth. Now, when it comes to this Queen of Swords, whoever this Queen of Swords is holding this thing over your head, what are they holding over Taurus's head? Ugh. They want you to continue to serve them. So whatever cult that you're in, they're saying you sworn in. And it feels like I want to tell you about this Nine of Pentacles, but I'll be jumping the gun when it comes to you going on this path in a jail cell. Your one-on-one time with God. For some of you, you are just now getting out of jail, or you have gotten out of jail, and you're at square one. And what you don't see is that you have value, more than enough. And whoever this group is, this person that has whatever over your head, in their mind, you're their slave. But you are not conforming anymore. Oh. You may be tempted to practice one more time. I don't understand why you like recruitment. That's what I don't understand. The knights are the lowest in the deck. Is that why? Because the lows are overlooked. It's none of my business, but there's a phallic here. And there is the Tower. So I'm talking to a Taurus where you are not going to learn the lesson. No time soon. No time soon. All right. I think I'm done, Taurus. Yeah. You have consumed my energy. What is the frequency that we don't see? Miracle. 33°. It looks like it looks like what you don't see is the favor of God. I'll just say that. When it comes to this miracle, the frequency of miracles supports our beliefs in ourselves as a part of source, and therefore our belief that anything is possible. So God is going to make a believer out of you, Taurus. And it feels like we went in circles over and over again. I got emotional and pertaining to getting upset. That was my emotion. I got upset, and I'm not going to apologize for that. But what I will say is, I hope I did a good job in serving you, Taurus, the best way that I could. Right? So there is a miracle in the air for you. But because you know that there's a miracle in the air does not mean that God will deny you. There's a possibility that God may say, "Depart from me, I never knew you." If mockery takes place and dibbling and dabbling is not the best thing at this time or any other time. All right, Taurus, don't forget love is kind. Don't forget love is gentle until we meet again.